Remember this? Last year I built my own version of the terminal from scratch, and it's ended up being one of my favorite smart displays. Now they've just released this. It's the TRMNL X, and it's not just a bigger version, it's got some cool new features and updates. The original terminal is this smaller e-paper display, designed to show useful information without notifications, distractions, or another bright screen in your house. Rather than just testing the finished product, I also took advantage of the fact that Terminal is open source. I designed my own enclosure, added my own display and hardware, installed their software onto it, and built a custom BYOD version. So now let's take a look at the new TRMNL X and see what's changed. Let's start with the obvious difference. The TRMNL X is significantly larger than the original model. It's now got a 10.3-inch display with an increased resolution of 1872 by 1404. The larger display gives you more room for text, larger graphics, and most usefully, combined layouts that don't feel cramped. It also comes with this new magnetic charging puck. The charging cable connects to the puck, and the display then attaches to it magnetically. That means you can remove it easily, rotate it into different orientations, or mount the puck onto a wall, desk or fridge without permanently fixing the display itself in place. There's also a touch-sensitive bar below the screen. Pressing it manually refreshes the display or reloads the current page. This is useful to cycle to the next screen if you need to, because it's designed to update fairly infrequently to conserve power. Internally, it's got the option of a 6000 or 12,000 mAh battery. These will keep it powered for about 2 to 6 months between charges, depending on how often you set it up to refresh. It's also now got support for both 2.4 and 5 GHz Wi-Fi, and it has a built-in accelerometer to detect the display's orientation. As with the original terminal, the hardware is only really half the product. The more interesting part is what you can put onto it. You load content onto it through Terminal's server. You've got plugins, which are the apps that you can run to display content, recipes, which are basically community-created plugins, and then playlists, which is the way Terminal cycles through the apps. And it's not just a simple start-to-finish playlist. You can customize what is displayed and for how long, for different days of the week, time of day, and also merge multiple apps into a single display, which is really good on the X because of its larger screen area. You can set up apps like a calendar, news and the weather to start your day, or combine apps into a single Start My Day display. You can then switch automatically to just your task list or photos during the day, and then switch again to displaying a simple recipe for dinner when you get home. Photos also look significantly better on the X. It has a roughly 80% higher pixel density, but also 16 levels of grayscale over the 4 that the original had. This makes a huge real-world difference. The difference doesn't come across very well on camera, but it's very obvious in person. Then there's another part of the terminal ecosystem that I think deserves more attention. I used my original terminal on the fridge as a family calendar. I glued some magnets onto the back of it so that it just sticks in place, and I can easily remove it if it needs a charge. But a few weeks ago I accidentally knocked it off. It landed badly and cracked the e-ink panel. With most consumer electronics, that would have been the end of the device. The cost of repairing it would have been too high, or a replacement part simply wouldn't have been available. But Terminal openly supports repairing and modifying its hardware. They sell replacement parts for failed components, publish the part numbers, and even make it easy to source compatible components yourself. So I found the same display through a local supplier, ordered it for quite a bit less than the cost of a new terminal, and I replaced it myself. A short wait for shipping, and then a few minutes to repair it, and it was working again. That might not be the most glamorous product feature, but it's one of the things I like a lot about the platform and other products equally focused on repairability. The company isn't trying to prevent you from opening the device or force you into replacing the whole product when one component fails. So is the TRMNL X more useful than the original? For me it's a yes, but not simply because everything is larger. The real benefit is that the increased space changes how I'm able to use it. The original terminal works particularly well as a small desktop display or as one focused information panel. The Terminal X is better suited to shared spaces like my family kitchen, and for more complex dashboards where you want several pieces of information visible at once. The magnetic puck also makes it easy to move, rotate and mount in different locations. I'm not sure how long the contact pins are going to last though, so it would have been good to have a secondary backup USB port on the display itself, in case this one fails one day. I don't think everyone who owns the original model needs to replace it, but if your main goal is to build something like a family dashboard, a home status screen, or a workshop command center, then the larger display is quite a bit more practical. Best of all, the platform's still open, repairable, and highly customizable. You're not locked into using the device on their servers either. You can host your own server locally and serve your own content to your terminal so the data doesn't leave your home network. They've been actively improving the software and documentation on how to do this to make it more accessible. It's now as easy as spinning up a Docker image on a PC on your home network. So that's the new Terminal X. I think it's a great starting point for building an information display that suits your home, workshop or project. And unlike my phone, it shows me only what I need to know without immediately distracting me with everything else. If you'd like to get your own, I'll leave links to the X and the original in the video description. It is a little pricey at over $300, but consider that this includes continued access to their server without a monthly subscription. That's a model I'm sure we can all agree we prefer. Thanks for watching. Please remember to like this video if you enjoyed it and subscribe for more tech and electronics projects, tutorials and reviews.